September 11. My dear Varvara Alexeyevna, I beseech you, my own, not to part from me now when I am quite happy and contented with everything. My darling, don't listen to Fedora, and I will do anything you like. I shall behave well, if only from respect to His Excellency. I will behave well and carefully. We will write to each other happy letters again. We will confide in each other our thoughts, our joys, our cares, if we have any cares. We will live together in happiness and concord. We'll study literature. My angel, my whole fate has changed, and everything has changed for the better. The landlady has become more amenable. Teresa is more sensible. Even Faldoni has become prompter. I have made it up with Rataziaev. In my joy I went to him of myself. He's really a good fellow, Varenka, and all the harm that was said of him was nonsense. I have discovered that it was all an abominable slander. He had no idea whatever of describing us. He read me a new work of his, and as for his calling me a Lovelace, that was not an insulting or abusive name. He explained it to me. The word is taken straight from a foreign source and means a clever fellow, and to express it more elegantly in a literary fashion, it means a young man you must be on the lookout with, you see, and nothing of that sort. It was an innocent jest, my angel. I'm an ignoramus, and in my foolishness I was offended. In fact, it is I who apologize to him now. And the weather is so wonderful today, Varenka, so fine. It is true there was a slight frost this morning, as though it had been sifted through a sieve. It was nothing. It only made the air a little fresher. I went to buy some boots, and I bought some wonderful boots. I walked along the Nevsky. I read the Bee. Why, I am forgetting to tell you the principal thing. It was this, do you see? This morning I talked to Emelian Ivanovitch and Aksenty Mihailovitch about His Excellency. Yes, Varenka, I'm not the only one he has treated so graciously. I am not the only one he has befriended, and he is known to all the world for the goodness of his heart. His praises are sung in very many quarters, and tears of gratitude are shed. An orphan girl was brought up in his house. He gave her a dowry and married her to a man in a good position, to a clerk on special commissions, who was in attendance on His Excellency. He installed a son of a widow in some office, and has done a great many other acts of kindness. I thought it my duty at that point to add my mite, and described His Excellency's action in the hearing of all. I told them all, and concealed nothing. I put my pride in my pocket, as though pride or dignity mattered in a case like that. So I told it aloud, to do glory to the good deeds of His Excellency. I spoke enthusiastically. I spoke with warmth. I did not blush. On the contrary, I was proud that I had such a story to tell. I told them about everything, only I was judiciously silent about you, Varenka. About my landlady, about Faldoni, about Rataziaev, about my boots, and about Markov. I told them everything. Some of them laughed a little. In fact, they all laughed a little. Probably they found something funny in my appearance, or it may have been about my boots. Yes, it must have been about my boots. They could not have done it with any bad intention. It was nothing, just youthfulness, or perhaps because they are well-to-do people, but they could not jeer at what I said with any bad, evil intention. That is, what I said about His Excellency, that they could not do. Could they, Varenka? I still can't get over it, my darling. The whole incident has so overwhelmed me. Have you got any firewood? Don't catch cold, Varenka. You can so easily catch cold. Ah, my own precious, you crush me with your sad thoughts. I pray to God, how I pray to Him for you, my dearie. For instance, have you got woolen stockings and other warm underclothing? Mind, my darling, if you need anything, for God's sake, don't wound your old friend. Come straight to me. Now our bad times are over. Don't be anxious about me. Everything is so bright, so happy in the future." "It was a sad time, Varenka. But there, no matter, it's past. Years will pass and we shall sigh for that time. I remember my young days. Why, I often hadn't a farthing. I was cold and hungry, but light-hearted, that was all. In the morning I would walk along the Nevsky, see a pretty little face, and be happy all day. It was a splendid, splendid time, my darling. It is nice to be alive, Varenka, especially in Petersburg. I repented with tears in my eyes yesterday, and prayed to the Lord God to forgive me all my sins in that sad time, my repining, my liberal ideas, my drinking and despair. I remembered you with emotion in my prayers. You were my only support, Varenka. You were my only comfort. You cheered me on my way with counsel and good advice. I can never forget that, dear one. I have kissed all your letters today, my darling. Well, goodbye, my precious. They say that somewhere near here there is a sale of clothing, so I will make inquiries a little. Goodbye, my angel. Goodbye. Your deeply devoted Makar Devushkin.